Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a good day today. I, for one, am having a fantastic day because today is my birthday! I figured a fun way to celebrate would be to finally update my Meet the Artist. I wasn't originally going to make a speed paint out of it, but I figured since there are over 2,000 of you now, it might be a good time to reintroduce myself to you all. So, hi, I'm Colleen. Good to meet you. I am now 26 years old as of today, November 21st. I go by she, they pronouns, and I'm an animator, illustrator, and storyboard artist. I use this channel mostly to practice a whole bunch of different skills along the animation process and generally to make stuff that I like. Sometimes it's a speed paint, sometimes it's a storyboard or animatic, sometimes it's a full animation. My videos have to do with either my characters and stories or things that I'm generally a fan of. I have two main projects that I'm currently developing. One is my queer romance and fantasy short film, Dover and Calypso, about a pirate and a mermaid who rescue each other from peril and fall in love. It was once my college senior thesis project that I'm now able to dedicate more time to remake and actually complete. And the other is my comedy horror series, Oakwood Hollow, my story about a bunch of weird kids who can see and talk to ghosts and help them cross over into the afterlife. I'm planning on focusing on making the pilot for that series even more after my short film is all finished, which I'm hoping it will be by next year, but I'm not making any set dates yet. Not much has changed since my last Meet the Artist video. I still work part-time as a barista when I'm not making art. I finally got new glasses this year. My old pair I've had since 7th grade, so it was far past time to get a new pair. I don't usually draw myself with glasses because I forget. So I've been drawing since I was pretty young, for as long as I can remember. I started taking my art more seriously around 10th grade or so, and it's been one of my biggest passions for years. I've always loved creating characters and making up stories for them. A lot of the stuff I do is digital, as you can probably guess, but I love keeping sketchbooks. Most of my sketchbook work is a bunch of sketches in ballpoint pens, highlighters, and a few nice file liners and brush markers, but my sketchbooks are generally used for my studies and scribbles. I'm a massive music lover. Recently I've taken to carrying 2 sets of headphones with me, both wired and wireless, so I am always prepared if I ever want to listen to music while I'm out of the house doing pretty much anything. I also love video games. My favorite genres are virtually anything narrative, and also horror. I love horror games. I love when I get to play a really scary game and it gets really immersive and it feels like you're in the situation you're playing in. My best friend got me into Pokemon a couple of years back, and I have been having the time of my life. I also love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I've been replaying Tears of the Kingdom recently, and I'm trying to play it to completion. I still have a few shrines and bubble frogs left, maybe some side quests too, but oh my god, I love it! I feel like it might be a little boring if I just talk about the same stuff I talked about in my previous Meet the Artist videos, so I asked you guys in my community tab what specifically you wanted to know about me, so I'm gonna do those. Okay, so first off, we got a couple questions from the Steven of Suburbia. Cool username, by the way. Okay, question 1. What brought you to Smosh? Have you been watching them for some time now, or did you just hear about it and have an interest? So I've been a Smosh enjoyer since, I want to say, high school. I saw them around YouTube when I was a kid, but I think I started really getting into it around when the squad first joined. I fell off for a while during college, but I still regularly kept up with their Try Not to Laughs. It was a fun little thing for me every other week. Oh cool, I get to laugh today. But I started really getting back into it a few months after Anthony came back. I, like a lot of you, saw the notification that he and Ian bought Smosh again, and I was like, oh, God. Anyway, yeah, so I started watching their videos again just to see what else they'd been up to, and yeah, the rest is history. I absolutely love Smosh nowadays. I adore all the cast members and their friendships and their dynamics. I love how much more involved the crew has been in videos, all the stuff they've been able to do the past couple of years. They make me so happy. Okay, and second question, are you a big fan of FNAF? And if you've played the games, which one is your favorite? I am a big fan of FNAF. I'm really fascinated by all the different character designs in each game, and I am very captivated by the lore. That's one of the most fun aspects of the games for me. I could give a whole presentation about the lore if somebody asked me at this point, but only the MatPat version of the lore, I think. I think out of the main games, my favorite might be FNAF 4 or Pizzeria Simulator. But, okay, so, confession time, y'all. I actually haven't properly played the mainline games. I know, I give you permission to yell at me in the comments. I mostly watch people play FNAF, like a frickin' nerd. But I did play the first game on my phone when the app came out. And I played Into the Pit recently when that game came out. I like that game. I didn't know for a hot minute that I could turn the lights back on in the pizzeria when they went out, so I spent an hour wandering around in the dark and I kept getting caught over and over. That was fun. Yeah, but next question from George Lloyd Gonzalez. How do you approach character design based on a real person? What is something that you look for when making a cartoon of someone? So for me, I feel like a person's head is the most important thing for me to pay attention to. Specifically the shape of their head and their nose. When I design fictional characters, I try to keep certain character design suggestions in mind, like, oh, this character is a little more serious, maybe their head should be a little pointed and have like an angled chin or jaw. Or this character is more lighthearted and kind, some rounder, more circular shapes would work for them. But when it's a combination of drawing from life while trying to make it stylized, I think I usually tend to pay a little more attention to what they actually look like. I do still allow myself to experiment with stylization and play around with the shapes to see what works depending on the person and what they show about their personality on camera. Alright, next question from Summer Skull. What made you passionate about art, especially when it came to Smosh? So I realized this about maybe a year ago, but I think the main reason I'm so passionate about art is because of the joy I get out of creating things. A lot of the reasons I make the drawings and stories and animations I make is because I can make stuff dedicated to the things that makes me happy or the things that I care about. I love making stories out of my characters and building worlds for them to run around in, and I love making fan art for my favorite shows or games or even YouTubers for the same reason. It's kind of a way for me to express how much whatever it is that I'm drawing means to me. And if I can make other people happy with my art, that makes me feel even better. Okay, and final question from Alex Makes Fan Edits. This is probably one of the most important questions I've ever been asked in my life. What is your favorite type of sandwich? I had to actually really think hard about this question. And I think my answer is probably... this one. It's a turkey and provolone sandwich from Subway with lettuce and tomatoes, and it's toasted. Nothing special, but I have this sandwich whenever I have a longer shift at work, and I like it. And yeah, that's it for the community tab questions. Thank you guys so much for the questions, and thank all of you so much for watching. I really appreciate any and all support you guys have for me. I'm still truly blown away by how many of you managed to find me and how many of you like my stuff, whether it's my fan animatics or my OC stuff. I got so many sweet comments from so many of you, and they make me so happy. Thank you all so much for everything over this past year. If you guys want to follow me on my other socials and see what else I'm up to, I'll have them listed on screen and written in the description. I'm generally pretty active on Instagram, sometimes I'll post doodles and stuff on Tumblr, and I'm on Blue Sky now where I post a mix of art and yappins. I finally deactivated my Twitter account a few weeks ago after going relatively dim on it for months, and when I tell y'all how much of a weight was lifted off my back, oh my god, Blue Sky is so much nicer in every way. I also have a Patreon. I post works in progress for art and videos over there, along with concept art for my upcoming projects, and I'll be resuming early access to YouTube videos after this one. So if you would like to check that out, you feel free to do so. I would appreciate it. I also have a Ko-fi set up as a kind of virtual tip jar for those of you who might be wary of committing to a monthly Patreon donation, but still feel like offering some support. Or if you want a drawing from me, I'm also offering commissions over on VGen. All my info and prices are listed on my page in the description. Thanks again for watching, my friends. I hope you all enjoy the holidays, spend time with the people you love, eat something yummy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.